heretic you
It's
are.
it's
You're a
honestly
heretic.
it's honestly like the worst taste in the world. I'm
Can you
still doing it.
believe?
Okay, well, we are live. Hello, everybody. What is up? I'm
Hello,
Gary O
everybody.
Gaming.
I'm
Yankee,
Merlin Man
when
the Afrocan.
are
Welcome
you are
to
you are
the
you
Bear
The
and Bird
Bear and Bird
are
podcast.
you
podcast.
actually calling it Yankee with no brim? How dare you steal
Hey,
my
dude.
thunder? How
I
dare you steal my thunder?
You're
look,
welcome.
look. I only put it that because we're going to be talking about that story. We're scarce now.
Oh,
We're
Um,
scared?
do you watch Scarce?
oh my
No.
God! Grape commented again.
Grapes.
He said the multi-century long war of Brim versus Yankee has ended, and the Yankees and Brims will forever live in peace.
Hey, Kellen. Welcome to the podcast.
Long live Blue Yankee with purple brim.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to. Oh, I didn't change it. Shit. It's we're on the 10th episode. What am I doing,
What are you doing, your boy?
What are
This
you
is like
doing?
new to you.
dude? It's been a while.
It sure has.
It's like you've forgotten how to do an infinite.
Yeah, dude. Like shit. Anyways, today we have a very special guest here with us today.
Yeah, me.
Uh, shut the fuck up. We have a special guest. Uh, they've been my friend for a pretty long time. It's one of the most amazing people I know. Hey, say hello, Pachia.
Hi. That's so amazing.
I know Pachia as the girl
Oh my
who nearly
gosh.
choked me out.
Yes.
Oh man, I've known Pachia for so long.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
too long.
Too
It's
fucking
been too
long.
fucking long.
Like I think I
Pachia is
met
a
you
cool
back
person.
in. I met Pachia back in middle school in orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
man. My favorite story still is like when we were in middle school and I played the viola,
Mhm.
and Pachio's a violin player, and I go into class. I just cut my hair,
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and I go and I take my seat, and Pachio's like, "Who's in
Who the
Gabriel's
fuck
seat?"
is that? I'm like,
Oh my god.
I was just like, who the fuck is that? Why the fuck is he sitting on Gabriel's seat? And then I was like, hi, are you new? Oh my goodness.
It's because the way that it sets up, it looks like she initially does not like me like at all. Because it's just like, or she didn't like me not knowing who I was in my
Yeah.
seat. So she's like, "Who the fuck is in his seat?" And she goes up and she's like, "Hi, are you new?" And I'm like, I don't think I've talked to you at this point when you came up to say hi.
No.
So I was just like, "Oh, hi. No, this is my class. I play viola with Michelle."
And I was like, oh shoot, Gabriel, holy fuck.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
And that's how we started becoming friends because
Yeah.
I was a dumbass. But it was funny.
It's the only way to become friends.
I know, right?
I don't even know how I became friends with Pachia.
Probably by association.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's because I knew your sister, and then I was
Wow,
like,
she didn't even want to talk to me. I think it was probably a color guard, probably.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
And
I
she
didn't even know who you were
But she
until
didn't
like,
even want to talk to me.
yeah,
I
your
was
sister
that
was like,
scared.
that's my brother, and I was like, wait, who's that? And I was like, oh wait, he's the guy that hangs out with like Gabriel, and I was like, oh, Nathaniel,
Yeah,
okay.
no, she didn't even want to talk to me. I see.
I am. I'm talking to
Now you are.
Things have changed.
She hasn't even. You haven't even gone to one of my wrestling matches.
Okay, I haven't gone because I'm usually working, but I quit working, so just tell me when you're gonna go wrestle and I'll go watch
Well,
it.
if I have a wrestling match today, but I can't wrestle in front of people anymore, so that sucks. You should have seen it. I got Gabriel involved. You've seen when I killed Gabriel.
I saw that.
She barely seen the
did.
video of me
I
flipping
know.
on you.
Yeah. She's like, how did I not see this?
Yeah, I know. But then again, it was because like I was totally off of social media for like a year, so
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Anyway, me and
Self-care
Pachia's
support.
conversations now consist of music.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh nice. I text Pachia once in a blue moon, catch up. Um, man, I wish we were able to hang out. Mainly because like Pachia is one of the oldest. She's like probably one of the first people who got me into drawing. Um,
Uh,
I'll never forget the day she dubbed me the Boob Master.
Ooh, bastard. Oh, sick title.
Oh man, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, no, but she is one of those. She's one of the people where I want to hang out with her more because she's cool as fuck, and I haven't really interacted with her like a lot. So
Uh huh.
I
yeah.
want to hang out with her a lot more. So.
I should hang
Anyways.
out with people more, honestly. I was too. Honestly, I was always so fucking busy in high school.
You sure were.
Yeah, I wish I hanged out with more people.
Mhm.
Now we have nothing but time, and you're like, who
I
did I hang
know.
out with? That's
I don't even have work anymore, you guys.
Did you quit your job or?
Yeah, I totally quit my job because I was totally stressed, and I was just like, "Fuck it," and I quit.
Uh huh. Well, it's good to have you on here. I try to get a bunch of different people. But I like having good knowledge of them and having a whole thing set up. Kellen wants to be on the podcast. Actually, this is a good time to plug. We're making a podcast, a Discord, very spicy. I'll be putting it in the description, so you can join the Discord and stay updated and know when we're going to be doing podcasts. And you can pitch ideas if you want to join. I'll give you the guest tags and whatnot. So yeah. Also, I figured out what was wrong. Why Ruben couldn't talk.
Why?
What up?
I forgot to give him speaking privileges
Damn,
on
you
the
were
guest tag.
speaking privileges? You said, "Hush, child."
You're not allowed to speak unless spoken to.
Oh my god. Give us a you speak when give us a you speak when you're spoken to. Oh my god.
But oh shit, what's up? I think Sasha was their name.
I kind of feel weird because I don't really know them and I don't
Yeah.
it's like
Until I know you on a personal level,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Menji. Unless I say that wrong, in which case, fuck me. But yeah, no. So if you join the Discord, I'll leave it in the description. If I, you know what, I'll see if I can do that right now. But yeah, podcast Discord. That's all well and good. How have you all been? I'm aware that most of us have just woken up before this podcast.
Yes. I had a crazy dream.
Ooh, lay it on us.
Okay. Don't know how it started. I caught the tail end of it though. There was this dude, who looked vaguely familiar, and I'm sitting across the table from him in like a cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I'm like complaining to him about the landlord because he asked about the landlord. And I'm like, the landlord sucks, man. He's terrible. He's kicking us out. And the dude's like, wow, that's bad.
that's bad.
And, God, I really don't remember the dream. I know it was crazy though. Like I said, I got the tail end, and I'm putting my stuff away, and I'm getting ready to leave, and the lights are turning off, and everybody's gone home except for the dude. And then he starts to glow, like his skin, like his skin starts to glow, and he's wearing all black clothing, like he's trying to hide that. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna go home. And he's like, I see. And
I
I
see.
looked up and I see his, like everything about him is glowing, and I'm like, yeah, I have to leave. And as I'm putting my phones away, I'm like, I think I have everything, and the guy's like, are you sure? And I look down and I'm like, man, you right. And I pull my chargers, and then as I'm like grabbing my phone charger and my laptop charger, Gabe calls me and wakes me up.
Okay, you know I said like I don't really have dreams. I do recall. I'm a fraud. I'm sorry, I've lied to you.
You
Liar.
I
fucking
lied.
What?
liar.
I do, but like, okay, whenever I do dream, it's something weird. It's not super weird, but it's very relevant to what's like what I'm feeling and I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I had a dream where I was hanging out with Sable, who were just hanging out in my house. Sable's my wrestling partner, Pachia, by the way. So we were hanging out in my house, and then I hear a knock on the window, and I'm like, who the hell's knocking at like 11 o'clock at night? And then it's just, I don't want to check because I don't know. I guess I was super paranoid in my dream, but usually I kind of open the window. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Usually you know how I do.
Uh-huh.
And, I like for some reason I didn't check who it was. Gabriel, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get people yelling Yankee with no brim in your chat. I didn't open the window to see who it was, and then all of a sudden I hear do 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 do, and I'm like, oh shit, it's somebody I know because nobody would knock the Super Mario theme on my window. So I open the door and I see it's Wapo, my trainer.
Oh man.
He's like, yo, and I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, we're gonna hang out, and
Oh dude.
we wrestled in my room.
What the heck?
That
Oh whoa, that doesn't sound
That
good.
doesn't sound good, but trust me, I went through my desk. I got slammed through my desk.
Oh no.
Sounds fun.
But it was very weird, and I just want to wrestle. And this whole fucking thing going around doesn't help me at any point.
No man. Well, at least you get to wrestle later tonight on Facebook Live.
Facebook, good segue, that's why you're my manager. We're wrestling on Facebook. I don't even know the account. But yeah, I think Gabriel's gonna be my camera boy.
I'm gonna be the camera boy. The computer's gonna be there just so the stream is up, but I'm gonna be recording on my personal phone.
I bet Sasha dreams of Metal Gear Solid things.
Oh man.
It's like she just said it's girl apocalyptic and whack, and that's exactly what Metal Gear is.
She
Whack.
is Punished Snake.
She is Punished Snake.
She goes around and she like holds people hostage. She's like, tell me where the information is.
But you ever play Metal Gear? You know Metal Gear?
Oh, but that's fucking hilarious though.
Oh man, you know who Solid Snake is?
Have you ever played Smash Brothers?
Yes.
You know who Solid Snake is?
No.
No.
Did you know who
Dude,
Snake
I
is?
played Smash Brothers just so I could like kill other people. I don't
Yeah, yeah, we have to play video games.
Yeah.
We have to play
I
video
should
games.
play more video games because all I do is stay home, watch YouTube videos, and like read comics. That's it.
Okay, you want so what kind of YouTube
They've
videos
had
do you
lots
watch?
of dreams of Metal Gear.
Right. What did you say, Nathaniel?
What kind of videos do you watch?
I watch everything. Dude, I always watch fucking like documentaries. And these past few days, I keep watching like animal videos. Like, have you
Like
guys seen that
Animal
stupid
Planet?
videos of like that cat? It's like yelling at his owner, and then he's like, "Are you coming?" And he's like, "What the heck did you say?" He's like, "Meow," like as if I didn't talk totally. Dude, like I watched that like fucking like 14 times in one day. It's hella funny. I was like dying.
Oh jeez.
It's so stupid, but it's funny.
Oh my fucking Mungie.
You know,
Colonel,
it's
I'm
okay.
about to fucking kill Mario. Colonel.
He said Yahoo.
Yahoo.
How
How am I supposed to analyze that?
Colonel, there's a fire flower. What the fuck is this?
Now I can spit fire.
Can I eat it? So this quarantine has got me so fucked up because it's like, okay, I'm the kind of person that's like, you tell me something, I don't want to do it. You tell me to do something, I don't want to do it. Stay inside, I don't want to. It's like Usually, this is my normal lifestyle where I just don't leave my house. But now we're being told to stay inside. I want to go out and do stuff.
Same.
And
Yeah.
I was going somewhere with this.
What the heck?
I was going.
Huh?
Oh, this quarantine's got me so fucked up
Or
because
just
now
have to
I'm
for a
like
while.
I'm sad and I'm alone in my house.
No, this is a podcast.
And I can't hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
So I was
Even though
like,
we're like, Nathaniel, you want to hang out? You're like,
No,
I don't
Johnny, a
think so."
podcast is just my voice.
Well, I thought you were gonna stream.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Was streaming the game.
No, that's a commentary. Johnny pulled up. He was like, "Here's the PlayStation for your podcast," and I'm like, "That's not what a podcast is."
Oh, that's sweet.
That's a gameplay live stream. That's what.
Yeah.
This is a live stream podcast.
Yeah.
But this quarantine's got me so fucked up, and like, I swear to God, as soon as I can hang out with all my friends, I'm gonna fucking cry, cause
Dude.
these are like some pent up like emotions. Like I want to go out and have like physical interactions with my friends, and I can't do that, and it sucks because I'm an introvert, and they're my way. They're like hanging out with my friends is like my way of becoming like some sort of like extroverted individual, and I can't do that. So I'd be laying down late at night, and I'd be watching sad videos of like dogs that were abused, and now they're like, "Oh, I adopted this dog," and like I'd be crying. I'd be crying at those videos, and I'd be like, I'd never be crying in those videos. I'd be like, I'd be like, fuck. And I'm like, dude, fuck this quarantine.
Oh man. So, Pachita, you have any weird dreams lately?
Dude, whenever I do dream, I always dream like the stupidest shit. But like I don't remember it. Like the only thing I will remember is like scary dreams. But like they're really like very I would say like articulate to the point where I'm like, holy shit, there's so much shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Scary dreams are like the worst because they're what you know what scares you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up?
What?
Sometimes when I have a scary dream, it's about stupid shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, because I'd like to think I'm very imaginative. I'm a very good thinker. I'm very creative. So yes, last night I had a really intense dream about the stupid stream we fucking did yesterday. Like I was there, Nathaniel. I was there in the war.
You were fighting in the war.
I was in the front lines.
Was it wild?
You know how crazy this bullshit was? Think of the trailer for Battlefield 1. That's what happened.
Okay, so but yeah, I did a live stream yesterday,
Okay.
and I was playing Minecraft with Gabriel, and the stream title was the stream title was Yankee with
Yankee
no brim.
with no brim.
Because I think you know that meme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the title. So I had an influx of people coming to my channel, like not normally. I don't have like 20 viewers on the daily, but for some forsaken reason, after the stream ended, I had 1.5k like views.
What the fuck?
And that's not all. People were coming in and they were taking sides, whether it be the Yankee or the brim, and we were talking about brimless Yankees and Yankeeless brims, and my chat revolted against me, saying, "Why were you wearing a hat with a brim?" And I was like, I have no brimless hats. But then I said, a Yankee without a brim is just a hard beanie. And then
Which is still a sin.
it doesn't work. It gets worse. And then somebody started spitting gospel in my chat.
Oh my
about
god,
Yankees and
dude.
brims.
Wow.
And then they revolted against me. And Gabriel was the living embodiment of the chat. He was following their every command, and he burned me. He hung a golem. He put a satanic star under the Yankee that we built together. And then I in turn, he was on the side of the Yankees. So I obviously went to the Brim Gang. So there was a war between the Yankees and the Brims, and me and Gabriel acted that out. I stole his dragon egg. He burnt down my. He offered for peace. He offered a peace offering. I destroyed it. I burnt a child. He
In the
burnt
middle
down
of
my
the forest.
my cathedral. I burnt down his cathedral. We made up and we made unification Yankee with Brim.
The
Blue Yankee
child.
with purple brim.
Yeah.
Wait, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. I was trying to mute myself because I was eating a damn cookie.
It'd be like that.
But there was a war and it was wild and people were taking sides and it was amazing.
Wow. What the heck?
Yeah, no. This crazy shit happens when we're on stream. Oh my god. I love being on stream because like some of the funniest shits happen on stream, but I'm always upset because even funnier shit happens when we're not on stream.
So, Gabriel,
Mhm.
wouldn't it be the
Mhm.
funniest thing if John Mulaney narrated our lives?
You son of a bitch. It's my joke.
and, it's, and you know he's like,
He like narrates everything that happens to you,
Yeah,
like
it's
all
like-
of your shortcomings, everything you're thinking, all your actions to you. Nobody,
motherfucker,
you
you
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
And like he's very like he holds his own opinions on what you do. So if you do something he dislikes, he'll like fucking yell at you for it.
It's like some sort of like schizophrenia, except funny. It's like funny, and you don't want to get rid of it.
Oh my god.
Cause like
It's like
Um,
Nathaniel said he was gonna go on a bike ride, but he didn't. You know, like a liar. It's
So
just
good.
funny.
And we did that all before a fucking Minecraft stream. And it would have been such a good bit.
Because you thought I was streaming.
I did think you were streaming. Oh man. So what have you guys been doing since quarantine started?
Cutting grass and eating ass.
Okay, last night, after y'all had finished streaming, Nathaniel was there partially. My brother had just hopped on the games. He was playing
Uh-huh.
Smash. And,
I'm Fox McCloud.
and I'm yeah, my father. And I'm playing Sims. And my mom gets up very quickly. She's like, "Move, get out the way, get out the way." And we're like, "What?" She's like, "I hear sirens." And we're like, "What?" And so me and mom rush outside, and there was a high-speed chase going on in front of our house.
Whoa.
Wild.
They
Oh
had
jeez.
every single police squad car chasing after this dude. They had the
always our
squad
white cop.
car, they had the squad truck, they had
What
the
the
squad
heck is
van,
going
they
on?
had every single undercover car. They had the undercover car and the undercover truck, and they had the choppers. Okay, it's not like burnt rubber outside from the cars speeding down the road. And I don't know when they left, but they were circling the area from like 9 o'clock till about 10, almost 11. And they had just been searching the entire neighborhood, and me and mom were like, "Oh my goodness, what's going on?" And we were like,
Oh, man.
fantasizing about like why they were having a high speed chase.
That's
And
that
we're
sounds so cool though, honestly.
They're always
Mhm.
asking how high speed chase,
Oh,
never
what
why
happened?
high speed chase.
Well, we're thinking that the dude that they were chasing was a part of a drug deal, like a drug deal gone bad because they had all the undercover cars.
I'm down.
And then as me and mom were outside, they had blocked two neighborhoods. So two neighborhoods were blocked. And the chopper was like, "We have you surrounded. We have you surrounded. Give up. Walk out with your hands on the back of your head
Oh my
and no weapons in your hands. Like, come out, and we're just gonna arrest you, my guy." And so my mom was like, "Oh, I don't have a police scanner." So I was like, "Let me go do what I do best: download apps." And I downloaded a police scanner, and apparently this happened like on the other side of town, like closer to where you live, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh
and like I didn't hear everything because I got the police scanner a little too late, and it was also 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
But it was crazy. The chopper was circling the neighborhood. Oh my gosh, dang man,
Oh, dude.
it was so
Oh,
cool. I'm like, wow, this is the kind of drama that I want to see on TV, but even better in real life.
guys, so Kellen just dropped some knowledge in the chat. The shelter in place is extended into May,
Nuh-uh.
and now
Wait, what?
the shelter in place has been extended into May, and violators can now be fined. We can be fined.
Well,
for
violators
violating.
been trying. They've been trying to find like violators since like March, beginning of March. So it's fine.
But
So
like,
when you say violators, hold on, let me look this up because
Well-
my family is.
Well,
I'm
violators as
saying,
in like
They're saying-
people they keep seeing like outside, but dude, I've honestly been going outside like maybe like once every 2 days to go grab fresh food.
this just raises my my paranoia.
Anxiety?
I want to say paranoia because I'm paranoid of it getting caught now. Because me and Gabriel, because Gabriel's like, bro, I've made food. You want some food? And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. So it's like we were like, okay, we'll meet halfway. But there was a police helicopter flying around, and that just kind of worried me a little bit. And then it was like, we went outside at night, and there was nobody there, and it was eerily quiet for
Well, I
like 10
love-
o'clock. And it's like,
I
Oh my
handed
God.
him a bread roll.
yeah, he handed me a bread roll. It looked like a drug deal, but it was just food. And-
Wait, was this last night?
No, this was a few nights ago.
But like, it's so weird going outside now.
Oh, it was the night that I made a katsu, babe.
Oh, okay.
Katsu sandwich.
No, I just made katsu chicken. I didn't
Oh,
have anything else to make with it.
It feels so weird going outside.
I can make one now though.
But this just kind of just puts my whole like, yeah, weekly wrestling shows. Fuck no, not anymore. I don't want to get fined like X amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So it says residents and businesses that do not comply with the new order could be fined. However, the mayor said enforcement would likely be limited to those putting public in danger or repeat offenders.
Yeah, like
Fines
Jim.
could be up to a maximum of $1,000.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
see, not see that. See, if I do get fined, because I'm gonna be having to go outside every week to wrestle, obviously, right? So if they see me and they're like, "Hey, that's that fucking guy. That's that fucking guy. Hey, young man," and then there goes like, I only have like $65 on me. I don't have $1,000.
So my
this is
question
we can't go on our bike rides anymore.
Actually, they still what is it? Accept it if you guys are just gonna go outside to go and do exercise and stuff.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, they
So I hopefully I'm safe.
yeah, they let you guys go out into like parks. They actually like want that, but the thing is like they exclude people from like being near each other. Isn't that
Okay,
weird?
so we just can't be
Uh-oh.
around each other while
Yeah,
we go
just
out.
can't be around each other. But the thing is,
Oh.
like,
Hold on.
if I know you don't have coronavirus, I'm gonna be next to you. Like,
Yeah, like,
I'm-
Yeah.
You don't.
Fuck
You could be
guys.
asymptomatic and not show symptoms.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
But you'll
But
have
like
minor symptoms.
my thing is my entire friend group. Like none of us go outside anyways.
I
And there's
don't
like
go out anyways. Yeah.
like there's no way
we have
me or one of my introvert friends is gonna catch it unless we were in direct contact with another person, which
I don't
isn't
even
gonna
know
happen.
people.
Unless you can catch it over the internet,
Don't
unless,
say
and then
that.
we're fucked.
Don't say
No,
that.
5G.
because People catch it.
5G.
Don't say that. Mm-mm.
It's
Don't say that you
physically
won't.
impossible.
Don't say that.
Hey, I'm gonna call you on Discord. You have it now.
You haven't.
Mm.
Hey, Nathaniel.
What? I think I'm gonna vomit. Sorry.
You know, quarantine sucked. Especially like this is just like my thing right now. Like, what day is it? It's the 10th. For almost
Friday.
exactly, it's Friday. No, it's today is the 10th. Hey, we're doing the 10th episode on the 10th. Wow, so funny. But like, for almost the past 2 years, me and Afro have been dating, and since those 2 years, we've almost spent every weekend with each other. And now that it's April, we can't spend every weekend with each other, and it's throwing me off.
You guys could still hang out together, guys. I'm just saying. I live
Well,
with
It
my
was
boyfriend.
more like our families aren't letting us.
Yeah, I live with my boyfriend, so like we're always next to each other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh?
So Gabriel, go visit her.
I would if I could, but her family doesn't want me there. But yeah, it's just been like one of those things where I'm like, God, fuck me, man. Cause like I'm so used to like that. That's also like how I keep track of days. Cause I'm like,
Aw.
she normally shows up on the weekends, so as soon as she shows up, I'm like, okay, cool. I know when the week is starting.
Aw.
Yeah, because I would show up on a Thursday and then leave like on a
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she shows up on a Thursday. I'm like, all right, tomorrow's Friday, and then she would leave on a Sunday, and I'm like, cool, tomorrow's Monday. So it was a good way for me to keep track of time. But yeah, now that that's all thrown off, and I like my entire mood is shifted to be down. And I'm like, fuck, man.
Y'all got relationships and shit.
Look, man.
Sorry, Nathaniel.
Y'all got relationships and shit, dude. Y'all are y'all crazy, dude.
Nathaniel, let me tell you something.
What?
When I tell this to, oh, geez, there's a lot of echo. When I tell this to everybody, you will find the person that you want with when the time comes.
Definitely.
I promise you, because I kid thee not. When Gabe asked me out, I was super tired on prom night at 1 o'clock in the morning at Denny's. I was tired and hungry. He
Dude,
said,
you and me both.
"Want
I
to go
was
on a
tired.
date?" And I made good steak, and I said yes. And then I realized I'm like, my whole plan, my entire life plan, because I had it planned out, and I was like, I know what I need to do. And then Gabe's like, "Hi, want to go out?" And then poof, it's gone. And so I had to re-put my plan together.
So what she's saying is I ruined her life.
I'm not saying that.
I'm joking.
Oh man. But it will happen. It'll happen if you have everything put together for yourself. You're like, yes, I know what I'm doing. If somebody's gonna come along, catch your eye, you're like, wow, let's be in a relationship. And then a day later, you'll be like, my life plan, it just fizzles away. Or maybe it doesn't. Who knows? That's just what happens.
All I know is once this whole Corona bullshit like flows over, it's never gonna go away. So
No, it's not.
It's
I mean,
not
it
gonna
is,
go
but it
away.
won't.
Yeah, it's still gonna be apparent somewhere, someplace, somehow. But
Until we get a vaccine for it.
once we control it,
We actually are. We don't have a vaccine, but we have like other medications that actually like help with it. So
once this whole thing like is settled down and we can contain it, all I know is like wrestling. Wrestling will always be my first and my last love. So I'm just gonna do wrestling. I'm just gonna focus on that entirely because I know, like, I may be a rookie and I may have less than 10 matches under my belt, but I wrestle like I've been wrestling for 10 years. So I think I have unlimited potential, and at any point in my career, in my you know longevity of being in a ring, I could just get snatched up by a big company, and I'll just fall in love with wrestling even more. So I'm good. That was very depressing to say. That was extremely depressing, and that's my coping mechanism. So that's good.
um.
Bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, I got the virus.
Oh, coronavirus.
Wait, so I was muted this whole time?
Huh?
Word? No.
No, you were saying stuff.
Wait, am I muted now?
No.
No.
Hello?
Hello.
We can hear you, Pachia.
What the heck?
What happened?
I've been trying. Okay, so earlier I was trying to mute myself because I was eating cookies,
Uh-huh.
but I guess this thing doesn't work.
I mean,
Well, we
if
couldn't
you-
hear you eating cookies.
I was eating a crunchy ass cookie.
You're on your phone, right?
No, I'm on my iPad actually.
Oh, same
Well,
principle.
Well, are you on the same screen with the voice channel?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a little microphone icon right next to your name, or somewhere.
You
It's
guys
like
are
on the
there.
bottom left.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. I'm gonna say be whoop in like 2 seconds. If you guys don't hear it, then
It's gonna say
I'm
beep.
muted. Wait,
Let's act like we.
be whoop.
Oh, we heard that.
Oh damn it.
Yeah, we heard that one.
Hold on, give me a sec. I'm on mobile, so hopefully it'll. So, okay. So you should be seeing a screen where you're in the chat, and there's a little menu at the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
no,
literally-
I see that. But
It's a microphone icon, and when
yeah,
you
it says
click on
it says like muted and then unmute and then whichever I pick, it's still gonna be like unmuted anyway. So I was like, who cares?
Mute it right now. See what happens.
I'm gonna say be whoop again.
Okay.
okay,
Be whoop.
Wow, that sucks.
we can hear you.
That sucks. That's garbage.
Switch to mobile Discord.
I don't
Better.
even have a phone, you guys.
Oh no.
I don't have a phone because I don't call anybody.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I still have my phone because I talk to like 2 people. And sometimes Felipe, whenever he calls me to ask about articles of clothing, he may or may not have left at my house because he doesn't know how to take care of his bullshit.
He only calls me to ask about Black Desert.
He
Oh.
calls for not important shit.
Like stuff that can easily be done over text.
Yeah.
Hey, babe,
What's
Nathaniel,
up?
I have something to tell you.
What's going on?
So, recently, well, I say recent, so it was like maybe a week ago, my mom went to the store, and she bought various different, and she bought this lactose-free milk, and she bought cashew milk. And the lactose, I will say this, only for lactose-free milk and milk that is for people who are lactose intolerant. Drink lactose-free milk that does not come from a cow. I am going to be eating cereal.
Wait, are you lactose?
Yes.
Her whole family's lactose.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm lactose too, dude.
The cashew milk. I'm drinking the cashew milk.
Oh my
I
god,
drink
that's
that
so
up.
funny. Because like so many of my friends give me shit. They're like, "You like milk?"
I like
And I'm
cow
like,
milk specifically.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like,
You
let
don't like
me-
milk?
I do like milk. You're the one who doesn't like milk.
I don't like milk.
You called me a fucking milk drinker.
I did.
Uh,
but
and you,
I only
like-
call you a milk drinker in the sense of Skyrim.
Like, geez, man, let me enjoy milk.
Enjoy milk. Don't invite me to it.
Well, I don't force you to drink milk. I'm not like, hey babe, I'm gonna have a glass of milk, and you are too. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna. Like,
Okay, but I don't. Okay, so Sasha says she's short because she doesn't drink milk. I am 6 feet even, and I don't drink milk.
It's your genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a biology class.
it is genetic. You just have weak bones.
Oh, milk is everything to Pedro.
Yo, see, that's what I'm talking about.
See, Pedro's short.
Milk is good.
Pedro's not short. Pedro's not short.
Wait, Pedro's not
Cow
short.
milk is
Dude,
disgusting.
Pedro will break your fucking ankles.
I don't care if Pedro breaks my ankle.
He'll play basketball with you and he'll break your ankles.
Good thing I don't play basketball.
Not even. Oh, she's tiny. Gabriel, she's tiny.
Oh, dude, you're.
How small
Oh,
is she?
jeez.
She's like 5 foot, 4'11".
She says she's not even 5 feet.
Oh, she's Chandy size.
Dude, I could probably carry her with one arm.
That's why I'm 7 foot fucking
That's
8.
why I'm 7. Dead ass.
Oat milk. I've never
I've
tried
not
oat milk.
had that. I've not.
I
tried
heard
that.
it's sweet. Brim.
Lactose-free milk is buttery, which is wonderful.
What the heck? I've never actually had lactose-free milk.
It is. It's pretty good
Oh, she's
for
just
somebody
under
who
5.
doesn't like milk.
I've only
mean,
ever had
look.
like almond milk.
Almond milk is trash. It tastes.
Oh, Pachi's about to square up.
I
But-
love almond milk.
But cashew milk
Almond
is
gang.
different.
Dang, you just offended Pachia.
Nah, it's okay.
Mhm.
Free milk for anybody though.
Look, man, I just like milk. I use it for cooking. It tastes good. Like, it helps my bones get big and strong.
Big and strong.
Big and
You
strong.
guys. So
I've never
Gabriel,
broken a bone. What's up?
Gabriel, you say you like cooking, right?
I like cooking, yeah.
You have to follow my food
You
page.
have to follow her.
You have a food page?
Yeah.
What
I
the
have
fuck?
a food
She's been,
page.
bro,
I've been
on her
making-
story, she's always plugging her food page, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm like.
I
oh,
don't
food
watch
page-
people's stories.
I made focaccia like twice this week.
Oh my god, Pachia, we gotta
Made
do a
what?
cooking thing together.
Yeah. I made focaccia like twice this week. Like yesterday, I made a cake, and I made like cookies like 5 times this like the past 2 weeks.
Damn,
What the fuck,
Pachia,
Pachia?
you want to work at our cafe?
Yeah, Moses was telling me that you guys are gonna make a cafe. What's funny was I was gonna make a cafe like a few years ago. But
Oh,
the thing
man.
is, like, I was talking to my boyfriend because my boyfriend likes cooking too.
Uh-huh.
So we're actually like, you know what? Let's just open up a bistro because we like to eat fancy. We also like
Uh-huh.
to eat out. We're gonna like mix it together, like Asian Italian fusion. Boom.
Yeah, but once we get this cafe thing, dude, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I found your food page.
Yes, DC.
I'm on it.
Alright,
Yeah.
Pachia, so the theme of the cafe it's not like a internet cafe, like whatever the fuck. It's a gaming cafe. I don't know
Yo,
how, I
have
don't
you
know
guys
how
gone to
other-
that gaming like sushi place?
What?
Where?
It's in Bullard and something.
I don't
But
know.
it's like
that.
it's like they have like an anime theme and it's like sushi also. It's really cool.
Oh, I've never been there. The way we want to run ours is it's a cafe where people can go in and hang out and talk about games openly and whatnot. Because I know that's like you talk about games in public, people look at you weird.
Yeah.
But at the cafe, we also want to have a side room where you can pay like $10 for an hour of playing whatever game you want, and you just sit in this room, and that's all you do.
So whatever, and then we're gonna hold tournaments,
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
whatever we could. And then what's cool is like if we get the space and it's big enough, we could run wrestling shows out of it.
At the back.
Yeah, in the back. We're just gonna set the ring up in the alley.
It
It's
just
fine.
no, we're gonna set the ring up in the middle.
Yeah, put all the tables and
If
everything.
they
in the
fucking-
parking
If
lot.
they fucking break my PlayStation, I'm jumping in.
But my thing is, I'm not a good baker. I'm a decent cook.
Ooh, I love
I'm not a
baking.
good baker, but I want to hire people who've experienced like working in a coffee shop or know how to bake, because they could help me make my ideas like happen.
Yeah.
Um,
If you need help on making coffee, I know how to make every single coffee on the just saying.
Cool.
So.
So that's 2 baristas we got.
And we got like, out of what am I?
What are you? You were our
Milk is not
computer
milk.
gaming's person.
Milk is milk. Okay, milk is milk.
It is not.
It is not.
Milk is milk.
Milk is not.
Milk is milk, says Mr. Incredible.
No,
No.
you are wrong. I'm trying to eat cereal without crunching in everybody's ears because I know. That
You know what's
she
funny?
needs milk. She does. She has experienced the difference in different milks.
Every
Being
time,
strong.
every time I read the word barista, my mind instantly goes to Batista.
Batista. I did that shit too.
Because I am the Batista.
I was really confused because when I was first job searching, like ever, it was a position at Starbucks for a barista.
Yes, we're looking
And I
for
was like,
Batista.
yeah, and I was like, why does Starbucks need a Batista?
Batista.
Yeah.
Do you know who Batista? Have you ever seen wrestling ever?
Wait, who are you talking to?
Wait.
Batista.
Do you know Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. Shh. Have you seen wrestling ever?
Have I ever seen wrestling? No.
Yeah.
Like, not in real life, no.
But like, have you seen like WWE and on TV?
Yeah.
or
Oh,
something?
dude, I used to watch that for life, dude.
Okay. Do you remember Batista?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, Batista! I'm learning more about you every day. So
Dude, I used to watch that shit all the time.
wow, and you don't even tell me.
What?
You don't even tell me. We could have been talking about old wrestling and
It's fucking hilarious. I watched it
Anyway.
with my family a lot growing up. It was like like right after The Simpsons, that shit would come on, and I would always watch that.
man. But yeah. So she knows it.
Yeah. So it was always funny because I was like, why does Starbucks offer a position only to Batista?
Batista.
Yeah, I was like, who is it for people named Batista or they just want Dave Batista?
I think Mr. Moreno in middle school looked more like Batista than Pitbull.
Dude, he looked
Oh
like
my
a
gosh,
weird
I forgot
hybrid
about
child.
Everyone forgets about Mr. Moreno.
He was cool as fuck.
The moment you said he looks like Pitbull, I was like, fuck yeah. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I feel like he
Oh my
looked
God.
like Batista than Pitbull. But everyone
Dude, Miss
called him Pitbull.
Tapia liked him so fucking much in middle school.
Oh man, Pachia, I don't know if you have them. I have both digital yearbooks for when we went to Sequoia.
What the heck you do?
Yeah, I
There's
have
a
them. They're
picture
right
of
here.
me where
Oh
I
my
look like
God.
Shrek.
Oh my gosh. No, I never got the yearbook.
I
thought
got
it was
both
like
of them.
flash. Oh my gosh.
Here, I'm gonna send you a picture of it right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Oh fuck.
Wait. How much was it? I don't even remember. Like,
Oh,
did
they
you
were
have to-
like $10.
Oh shit. That's probably why I didn't buy it though. I was like,
Uh-huh. You was cheap.
I have a
Oh,
copy
yeah.
of one year. Dude, I had no shoulders. Fucking, I was a twig, and I look like Shrek.
what the
The-
heck?
There's a picture of me where the Shrek, the Shrek kind of go, you know that whatever. I guess you
Yeah.
could probably picture how it looked by the noise I made.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
But there's a picture where I look like Shrek doing that. It's really funny.
Okay.
Oh my-
There were some topics suggested in the
What are
Discord
the
that we have. So the first one is from Garrett, and it said topic suggestion: things that died without leaving any influence whatsoever, like Avatar, Detroit Become Human, and things like that. I kind of want to change this topic up, so like what were things that meant a lot to you when you were younger, but like seem to have no impact in any community that you're in?
Wait, what? I didn't hear you. It was lagging.
So, so what was so what was like a game or TV show that left a really big influence on you, but like nobody talks about?
Okay.
Okay.
Nathaniel, do you want to go first?
Oh no, I don't know. I'm thinking.
For me,
Okay.
I know mine.
Go for it.
Okay, so when I was about probably 10 years old, this was when I was getting immersed in the gaming world. And my first game was one of the Gears of War games. I think it was the second one. And I remember playing that as a series. And I played the third one, and I really like the third game, but like nobody talks about Gears of War anymore.
You know why?
Or at least not that I know of. What? Why?
Because all the people that had Xbox 360s went to PlayStation.
you right for that. But like Gears of War 3 was the first video game that like it's the first thing that I've ever cried to. Or at least like knowingly. Like
Oh,
I sat
dude,
there.
Gabriel.
What?
Sasha said hers is the Little Big Planet franchise.
Dude, oh my fucking
Gabriel.
God.
Hey, Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel.
You're cute.
Gabriel,
You want to role
do you
play?
roleplay?
I hate bullshit.
Oh my god, dude, that game was bad at the tail end of
Well-
the first game.
I love the Little Big Planet series. It's really fun, but I'll get into that a different time. But yeah, like Gears of War 3 was such a good game, and I loved it so much, and nobody fucking talked about it. I was so sad when my favorite character died, because he was so good. Pedro, yeah, Dom. I miss him, dude. He was one of the best characters in that series. Baird was a good second.
Okay. I think for me, this is really obscure. Okay, so you guys know me as, hey, that guy likes wrestling. He's all about wrestling. I don't like sports. I don't like football. I don't like soccer. I don't like any of those fucking things. But have y'all ever played like NBA Street?
No, I haven't.
Have y'all FIFA Street?
Nope.
No.
NFL Street? Okay, listen. Think of like football. It's fucking wild, and you have all these power ups and special moves and they're just really cool bullshit. And they don't make like street games anymore. They don't make fun sports games anymore. And and if there were like because like everyone knows like NBA, boom shakalaka, whatever. But Shaq don't even fucking speak of Shaq food. Is this like is it like so? What is the actual subject of this topic? Is it like important to you and you wish it got more attention?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing it as, because the actual thing is things that died without leaving an influence, and the examples were Avatar and then Detroit Become
things
Human.
that died. Okay, because I was gonna say like my first ever video game I've ever played was Street Fighter 2, and you know that's not really, fighting games aren't dead anymore.
Yeah.
So, I just want fun games.
Mm-hmm.
Just weird, obscure fun games. And fucking, I wanna all the NBA. Oh fuck, dude. Okay, the street games of sports games had such good soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know, Afro knows they reminisce over you.
Yeah.
Because it was Chief Rocker. They reminisce over you. People like that, things like that, and it's like there's such good soundtracks, and my little 6-year-old brain was like, this shit bumps, you know, and I just wish there was just more fun, just ridiculous old school type style games like that.
I forgot me and Pedro talked about that. We had a conversation about who the best Carmine was.
The one that didn't die.
Oh, Clayton? Yeah, he was pretty cool. My favorite, I think, is Benjamin, but he died in a fucking worm.
Who's the guy? Who was the one that was in fucking helicopter and he got sniped?
He got sniped.
I think he got sniped. I don't know.
Because in the third game, Clayton, he was in a chopper and he went down, but he survived. The one who got sniped was Anthony.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any more Carmines after that.
Guys, I got Gears of War 5.
Oh, is it
And I
good?
only got it because Batista's in it.
So you haven't played it, is what you're
I
saying?
haven't played it, and Batista's in it. Yeah.
Also, Minji said they've played NBA Street, but they don't remember.
You. Oh, okay. Okay. So you said TV show, video game, anything like that. That didn't leave a legacy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all
Everybody's
remember
pissed.
4Kids TV, right?
Four
Yeah.
kids, yeah.
All right. So among all the shows that they had on there, Sonic X, which is a banger, which did leave a legacy.
Uh-huh.
And literally any show on there. There's this one show that I got my family into. It's called Rollbots. Rollbots. And I was so invested in that show, and it was so good. It was so good. It had, it basically checkmarked all the boxes of a shonen anime. Main character is obviously extremely very different. Everybody has no parents. That's it. Right? And he's trying to be. His name is Spin, and he's trying to figure out where he fits in with all these different bots because every bot has a different purpose in society, right? And everything's based off of like Japanese, um, very close to Japanese. So I can't remember all of the different like tribes because they were tribes, they were robot tribes, and it was cool.
Robo Tribe.
Robo tribes, and so there were like the businessmen, there were the builders, there were the bots who did the sports, there were ancient bots, there were hybrid bots, there were put together bots, and it's crazy. So he joins the Keizatsu, which is police force, and the chief of the police force is like, I'm keeping an eye on you, Spin, because there was a big war and all of Spin's
Oh
tribes
no.
died.
Not another
Okay?
war.
Oh, war.
There was a war.
Oh,
I-
was there brims?
I stop.
Was there Yankees?
Stop. I doubt you guys will see it, so I'm just gonna spoil it because it's an old show.
Uh-huh.
Through a series of flashbacks between the main villain, who's Vertex, who's like a spider bot, who is an ancient race, and the police
Ancient race
officer.
of Spider-Bot.
Exactly, and the chief Keizatsu, and Finn's kindergarten teacher, and the dog that he has. Between all of their collective flashbacks, it all culminated into there was a big war between the bots and the insect bots. And Vertex, the main villain, has been trying to like get rid of the safety net underneath Flip City, and it was a big war, and you see how the captain lost one of his eyes, and then like the last episode, the very last, makes me so angry. The last episode, you find out that the captain can speak the ancient dead language that the villain can speak, and he dies, and Spin's like, "What's going on?" And then that's it, and it cuts off, and there's nothing left, and it just ends there. It doesn't explain anything else, and I'm like, no, this can't be. There has to be more. And so
I need answers.
I need answers, and so I go online, and I'm looking online, see if they're gonna continue it. And
No.
guess what? The company goes out of business.
Oh.
Production studio goes out of business, so there's nothing. nothing. And so I'm like, I will take fan fiction, fan art, fan theories, anything.
Oh, is this how it started?
No, maybe. No, wait, no, because this was after I started watching Sonic. We're not getting into that.
Okay.
Not getting it. But I was looking for anything, and there was maybe like one or two like offshoot fan fictions that were good, but I read them, but they were short and it was bad grammar, and I'm like, it's dead. Everything about robots is dead, and I was like, all right, cool, dead, and I want to commemorate the show, and so I'm like, okay, if I can get a picture of each tribe's like insignia, I would like to get it tattooed on my body because I love the show that much, and nobody talks about it because nobody remembers it.
I'm gonna drop this in right here. Hero 108.
What?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. I genuinely didn't care about it.
Okay, me, you, Nathaniel, we can level here. I love.
Anyways, Pachia, what thing did you like?
Damn.
Dang, Nathaniel, I see how it
You
is.
both got your thing. Let Pachia speak.
I know, yeah, Pachia needs to.
Okay, go for it, Pachia.
She's has the spotlight now.
What was the question again?
Things
What was-
that died
I
without
have a memory of a damn goldfish, you guys.
things that died without leaving any influence whatsoever. That's what you enjoy.
She's like, yeah, the goldfish.
I mean, I used to have a bunch of goldfish.
Was there a show that you really liked growing up?
Freaking
That just went away and like nobody talks about it.
nobody ever talks about what is that one TV show called? The freaking the lion. What?
Lion's Guard?
No, it's like okay. So I used to wake up like 5 a.m. in the morning before I go to school to just watch this damn TV show. And it's called
the puppet one?
Yeah, it's called The Lion, or In Between the Lines.
In Between the Lions.
Fuck yeah, I fucking love that. I don't know why, but it was the shit, and I always watch it. I always watch that and Cyber Chase every single morning before I go to school in Arthur. Every single morning.
I remember that. Holy fuck. That
Dude.
like unlocked the holy shit.
It's just Between the
Childhood
Lions.
unlocked.
What
Bro.
dude?
And then remember
Godzilla
that.
had an animated
remember,
series?
do you guys remember the freaking Cliff Man?
Oh my
I don't remember that.
Like he would hang on the cliff and he has to like spell out shit, and I was like, you are so fucking dumb. Why are you on the fucking cliff
okay, I remember.
anyways, dude? Yeah.
Oh, there's a Lizzie Carmine in Gears 5. That's cool. Can't wait to see that. But yeah, apparently there's a Godzilla animated series from 1998.
I feel like not enough people talk about the Street Fighter animated series.
Y'all, okay, so you say the Godzilla animated series in 1998. My dad showed me my brother part, and it was Godzilla and Godzuki.
Oh, man.
And that's all I can remember. But can I share one more thing
Okay.
that I just remembered? And oh, please let me continue to remember it. Oh God, what was it? Never mind. I'll yell it out when I remember. I just forgot.
There's another suggestion that's in it, and it's from Menji, and it's favorite games, childhood games, franchises, all around. A brief review and why you like those games.
Oh, I just remembered.
Okay, we'll go with your thing.
Oh, okay.
Cliff Guy is still
something
hanging
that
there to this day. Thanks, Pachia.
Patia can share. Patia can share.
What's your one?
Oh no,
Yeah,
she just commented. She was like, Cliff Guy is still hanging there till this day.
Yeah.
Oh.
But continue, babe.
The thing was, it was a channel. It was called Discovery Kids.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my god.
gosh.
Wait. There was a show on it where they had a bunch of kids compete against each other. No,
Was it like how like
it was
they
it was
renovated each
it
other's
was like
rooms?
it was like Survivor where they had to vote people off and shit.
Kind of. I didn't watch every single show that was Discovery Kids. The ones that like I remember um, are Grossology.
Grossology.
I remember um, the time traveling show, and then they had like an Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh
But
my
I
god!
forgot. It was
Oh,
like,
is that
I
where
forgot.
it aired?
Yeah.
There was this one channel. I fucking forgot what it was called. It was like Cube something.
Cubo.
It was Cubo.
Oh my
Dude.
gosh.
Kubo or some shit.
Jane and the
He-Man.
Dragon was my shit. Oh my
No,
god,
man, I
He-Man,
was thirsty
She-Ra,
for
Lone
it.
Star.
But
Lone
at
Star.
night they would show like these real shows, no, or something
Yeah,
like that.
at night was He-Man, She-Ra, Lone Star, and they would play those three. And they were
got
so
Jacob
good.
Tutu.
Jacob
Yeah.
Tutu. Was that the? Oh my god, was that the one where he had a full family?
I don't know.
Oh
They
my,
had,
I gotta
like-
look that up. Because
they had,
there's
like-
a show from back then on Cubo that I don't know what it's called. Oh my god, is it Jacob Tutu?
Oh man.
There's a movie for it apparently.
Nice.
It was Jacob Tutu. Oh my god, I've been looking for this show forever, dude.
You're welcome.
Oh my lord.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, dude. This show was crazy. He talked to ghosts and shit sometimes. Sometimes. There's a movie apparently.
Sometimes I
Wow.
get nervous on airplanes. Okay, so childhood favorite games.
Yeah, what's a game from your childhood, or a game in general that you really like and why?
I have several for different.
That or it could be a movie too, because I know Pachi is not an epic
Yeah.
gamer.
I played a lot of games growing up. I just stopped playing games because I was so busy, dude.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I would never allow myself to be so busy that I could never just sit down.
I know,
Fuck,
bro.
no, I just wanna
Life.
get it with.
Life.
Fuck. See, I can't narrow it down to a single game.
Is there a franchise or maybe?
My see the 20-year-old in me is like Street Fighter, but it didn't really influence me as you know, a child. It was the first game I played, but it wasn't like I didn't fall in love with fighting games because of it. So if there hasn't, I might be weird. I don't remember things like I can't remember movie lines. I can't remember things like what was your favorite movie? Oh, you like that movie? Me too. I can't remember actors. I can't remember movies. The lines.
Eludes you.
Everything like eludes me. So whenever someone says like, "What's your favorite video game?" I can't narrow it down because I've played a lot, and none of them really stand like out to me because I just play so many, and I think my opinion just kind of morphs over time and whatever. But I do remember because it's so whatever the fuck is so young, and you know, big wrestling. I love all the old school wrestling games, but if I could say one thing that there was a time period when I had a GameCube, and I went to Target, and this was a time when they didn't really lock up games.
Oh my gosh.
They
I remember that.
They kind of like they were like PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, and they had all the displays. But then at the bottom, there was a bottom rack where they just had a bunch of games just like out.
It's cold.
And it was like
like take a handful and run.
I looked down at the GameCube because I had a GameCube, and and I was really I had Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube, and
Oh,
I was
man.
like,
Pretty.
it was Sonic Mega Collection Plus, so that was my first experience with Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was like, dude, I love this fucking guy. I love Sonic. He's really cool. I just like his platformer, really fast. Dude goes into a ball, kills everything. He's a good guy.
Kills everything. Good guy.
Good guy. He kills robot. Bird comes out. That speaks volumes. But I look down and I see this white case with Sonic doing his sick ass pose on the front, and I read Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this game? And how can I get it?
Oh.
How can I convince my grandmother to buy me this game? Because I was like 5 years old and I wanted it. I was like, no, not 5. I was like 6 because I could talk. I wanted it because I seen it, and I never knew Sonic outside of 2D. Whatever. I looked at the back and I'm like 3D. I said, what the fuck? And then I was flipping my shit, and I was like, how can I convince my grandmother to buy this? How do I do this? And you know, there's a time when you're young and
Bless
you
you.
can just ask. You know, you give them those eyes. You're like, I really want this. Can I have it? Can I please? I'm not gonna stop bugging you until I get this. I hope you know this. Like, it was like I got the game and I flipped like shit because it was like it was so cool, and like I didn't know how the fuck to play it, and it was whatever, but I got it and I was like, this is awesome. And this, I think the Sonic Adventure 2 case is like super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Minji said Sonic Heroes was their shit, and
Sonic
also
Heroes.
Sonic Adventure 2 was good. I love Sonic Sonic Heroes. That was, I think, my favorite game in Sonic.
I was a little edgy 13-year-old when I played it, and I was like, oh my god, Team Shadow.
Dark.
Team Dark. Well, I didn't care that they were Team Dark. I was like, it's Shadow.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I beat Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time when I was like 12.
I beat Heroes, or because the first one I played Team Dark, and not knowing it was the hardest difficulty, I beat that one first, and I was like, man, that was pretty tough. And then I played Team Sonic, and I breezed through that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, why?
You know,
And then it wasn't until years later where I reloaded the game and it says if you pick this team, it's gonna be hard.
Nice.
But anyways, continue, Nathaniel.
I was gonna say, like, it's like you're playing South Park: The Stick of Truth, not the Stick of Truth. Or what? The newest, the last South Park game that they released.
The fractured butthole.
It's a fractured butthole, and then
No, it's fractured butthole.
it's fractured. Well, it's fractured butthole.
My bad.
Oh, it's fractured butthole, and and it's like the difficulty slider, and you just picked black person. You just went straight black person. Because the darker you are, the harder it is.
Is that actually how it was?
That's the difficulty slider. When you're making your character, it's difficulty slider, and if you put black, it's like the hardest difficulty.
What?
Because I saw the memes and it was people was like, this doesn't affect the gameplay. It affects everything else in life.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
And I just wasn't sure if it was actually the difficulty slider or not.
But you did go black because you picked Shadow. You went for Shadow.
You right.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Why are you bullying me? I'm right. I think my favorite game from my childhood, probably Gotcha Force.
Dude, I remember I got it out on emulator. We're like, gotcha force.
Yeah, because it was such like it was one of the obscure games, that really left an impression on me. I think that was my first introduction into the Japanese culture.
So gotcha force stream when.
Dude, I do want to do it. Gotcha Force stream. That'd be really fun. But I loved Gotcha Force growing up. I don't know if there's any other installments after the one on the GameCube. But Gotcha Force was such a cool game because you unlocked all these toys, all these gotchas, and you got to use them in fights. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. This ninja dude runs around, and there's this dude with a gun. The gun, and he could just shoot fucking laser beams. And it was just so I loved it. The other game from my childhood that is more of the franchise was Little Big Planet.
You will play it.
That came later. That came at a darker time. That came at a darker time of my life.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Where I would Okay, so when I first got the game, I played it. It was at my mom's place. She was staying with her, I think her boyfriend at the time. And I would go and I'd spend a weekend with her. And one of the games that we sat down and played together was the first Little Big Planet. And it was such a good time. And I look back on that fondly. And then I got my own PS3 when I came out to Fresno. And then I got Little Big Planet 2 and everything fell apart. Because this was at the age where I think I had just gotten into like online role playing. And like, okay, so it's not like the weird shit. Like, it was formal. Like, I sat down on Google Docs.
Yes, Ben.
Or not on Google Docs. It was Google Hangouts. And we typed paragraphs of our character fucking mutilating someone. All right.
Not
Shit was fancy. All right. There was quotations and shit. And then people started doing it on Little Big Planet, and I was like, oh wow, I guess this is a thing.
This is the move.
I do like Little Big Planet too. The game was amazing. The story was good for what it was. The game was pretty fair. I enjoyed it overall. What about you guys?
Okay.
Dreams is my favorite game. Just because.
So, Pachia Afro got a game that you really liked from your childhood.
I was gonna say, when I said Sonic Adventure 2, Pachia had the reaction like, "Oh my god!" So I kind of want her.
I actually had a lot of Sonic game growing up, but like that's not like something that reminds me. I guess I think one thing that does is probably like Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon,
Man! I play that every single day. That's probably like the first game I knew how to play growing up, and I played that every single day. I played like at least like 3 different versions. I played the one on the DS, played the one on the PS4, and I also played the one on the Cube. Yeah, dude. I played that so much. Especially the DS. What about you, Afro?
I feel like Harvest Moon needs to come back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. But
we got
the last few, Animal Crossing seems pretty cool too. Honestly, I've been wanting to play that game, but like I don't want to get a Switch.
I want to get a Switch Lite. But continue, babe. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all good. The game that like I can remember playing all the time with like The Sims, but specifically Sims 2 Castaway.
Castaway, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's the one Sims game I have not played.
Okay, I have a copy of it. So whenever you come over, we can play it on the PlayStation.
When am I allowed over?
Dude, I have.
Whenever you're allowed. Anyways, for those of you who don't know about Sims 2 Castaway, because it's the first time you're hearing about it, Sims 2 Castaways is The Sims, but you're on an island. Like you create however many Sims you want. I normally only created one because I couldn't handle trying to care for 2 Sims. So you make your Sim and you're on a boat and you're having fun, and then you crash land onto a deserted island. And you have to build stuff and try and get off the island. Like there's a couple ways you can actually finish the game. Because unlike any other Sims game where you just keep playing, this game had an end to it. So the main ending of the game is you do the bare necessities and you get off the island. The other thing that you could learn how to do is you learn how to farm, you learn how to you learn the lore of the island, you befriend all the animals on the island, you explore every little depth of the island, caves and everything, and you basically just like live on the island and you make it your own, and you find other Sims on the island if you have a lot, if you make more than one Sim. And it was a really cool game because as a habit that I have, that I had when I was younger, is I don't finish games, and I finished Sims, which means I liked the game, which means I kept playing it, even though I did the exact same thing. I had fun. And the people who made Sims, they will not make Sims Castaway again, even though it was so much fun. The closest thing that you have to Sims 2 Castaways is Sims Island Living, but it's not even, because it's just like, ooh, we have a full liquor bar, you can have tiki torches, and there's a hot tub, and there's tiki stuff, and there's
So it's just not the same.
It's not the same. I really want Sims 2 Castaway. I want Sims Castaway. Sims 4 Castaway, because the graphics would look better. There's more black hairstyles.
Why not Sims 5?
Let's not talk about
5 looks weird. I saw the trailer. I saw both trailers for Sims 5. It looks really fucking weird. I don't think I'm ready for them to look realistic. But you know, I'm weirdly excited over it.
Yes.
Because I love the Sims series. I played. I think my first Sims game was one on console. I forget. It was on PS2, right?
Sims, I think it was. Ooh, I'm on my computer. Let me check real quick.
I think I had Sims Castaway on PSP.
I remember one of the Sims games being on. It was either the original Xbox or the PS2, and I played it on one of those. I can't remember which one, but the first Sims game that I properly played Sims was Sims 3, and I really enjoyed it. Then I got myself Sims 4, on a whim, really. And yeah, I really like playing Sims. I like making characters. I think that's my favorite aspect. I get a little bad with taking care of the Sims. But I think it's because like I need to find a reason to be invested into the Sims themselves. But other than that, I really enjoy Sims. I also take back my statement earlier about my favorite game. My favorite franchise has to be the Tony Hawk skating games.
Oh my god.
My favorite Tony Hawk skating game will always be American Wasteland, and nothing will change my mind about that. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland was such a good game. I loved it, man. It was so good. Johnny, you remember Tony Hawk's American Wasteland?
Yeah.
Didn't- I just wanted to say that. We're talking about like our favorite games.
American Wasteland was fucking top notch, man. As soon as that game came out, it was fucking incredible. See, my favorite mission was you turn into a fucking an alien and you gotta go do the Venice Beach. Like you gotta grind the entire roller coaster, and you gotta freak out the operator, and you gotta do your own trick that you create. That's pretty cool. You can create your own badass special trick. I mean, hey, all you people listening.
Pedro said Project 8.
Fuck Project 8. That was the worst game they've
Project
ever
8,
created.
okay.
The remotes were already completely different. Now, once you start getting into like Skate 2, Skate 3 territory, now we're talking another decent game.
Did you play Skate 3?
Yeah.
Skate
Did
3
you,
was awesome.
did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
I've never played the first Skate. I've only played the second one and a bit of the third one.
Well, I think the third one was the best.
Skate 3
Is
was
that the one that has the observatory in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skate 1 was like the skin and bones. Skate 2, I think Skate 2 was the best. But then Skate 3 just blew it all out of proportion. It was fun.
The one skating game I have it. I didn't enjoy it too much because it was a little weird. It was Shaun White skateboarding. That game was so weird.
Yeah.
Well, he's an extreme sportsman.
But he's
So
known
he
for
does.
skateboarding.
He's known for snowboarding, but he does skating. And he has a game called Shaun White Skateboarding, where you live in a society.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's an oppressed society where people can't have fun, so you skateboard around people, and they're like, "Oh!"
They're like, oh, fun. You're like, yeah, fuck this system.
Yeah. It had the same type of controls as Skate, but I don't think they used it quite as well. I don't know. I had a good time playing it.
Afro said she didn't complete games.
Yeah, she's only beaten 2 games: Sims Castaway and Sonic Forces.
So,
Okay,
have you
no,
not
I-
beaten Sonic Adventure 2?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't finish games. Here's the thing. Look, the games that I currently play have, like, let me just give you an example, and I'll let you guys figure out what the commonality between them is. I play Prey, Subnautica, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, and Sims. Those are the
Things
games
that you
I
can't
play.
really beat.
Things
You can
that
beat
you
Minecraft.
can't really beat. You can beat Minecraft, but guess what? I'm not going to. I play games that are fun where I don't have a specific objective. Okay, I will tell you the games that I have beat other than Sonic Forces and Sims 2 Castaways. It's not a very long list, and I kind of have to think about it for a bit. But off the top of my head, I can tell you that I beat Bomberman.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I beat Sonic. Mario Odyssey.
Uh-huh.
I've beaten one Kirby game. I've beaten Dream Daddy.
Oh.
Almost. I'm trying to get the secret ending, but it's taking forever.
Pedro, don't say that.
I have I've almost finished Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm literally at the last scene, and then
Stand up.
my 3DS
have
doesn't start anymore. What other games have I finished?
Pull it back.
Come on, EA, you whore.
EA, so EA they know what they need to do, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're not going.
It's the same thing with Sega. Like, give us a fucking Chow game.
But
I-
the thing
you
is,
know,
I don't think the child game is Sega's not in a rut though.
Give us a Chow game, though.
But they're really not doing bad.
Of course
They're
not. Sonic's doing great as of late.
No,
Because
all
what
we
was the
got
last Sonic game?
Mania. And that's it.
Yeah.
people are typically-
But that doesn't.
Because-
No.
Well,
even-
no. Okay.
Sonic
Okay,
is
wait.
great. When
Well,
when
look.
we had
Hey,
Forces,
shut the fuck up.
listen,
Listen to me. I use Sonic as the example because that's their face. So Sonic's doing good movie wise, game wise. Yakuza is doing great. Um, all their small projects have been doing well. Um, Plus, they have a really good community feedback. Whereas EA, people are constantly trying to kill them.
Nah, dude, Sonic is on the floor and he's tired of being kicked. You know, 'cause
So he
like,
stood up and started kicking himself.
yeah, that's what happened. How are you not dead yet? I have no. So, so it's one good Sonic game doesn't make up for like 12 bad ones. So, like, yeah, my logic's not wrong there. But in terms of like, I mean, Sega does have Phantasy Star Online too, which they just brought over to America.
Yeah, we're about to get that.
No, we have it already.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
on
know that.
Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And in terms of PlayStation, it's still over in Japan, but it's gonna make the merge soon. But like Fantasy Star Online 2 is like the kind of big money thing right now because constant microtransactions. The game is really fun actually, and I wouldn't mind putting actual money just to get some cosmetics. But yeah, Sonic is really not. He's in the shitter right now.
I mean, game wise, Mania did really well, received really well.
It did.
And I feel like if they keep making games in that style,
but
it'll
you
do
know
well.
what's fucked up?
Sonic
Team didn't make that game.
Oh, they didn't.
No,
Nope.
Christian Whitehead did.
Oh,
A fan made that game. Sonic
I didn't
had
know this.
had nothing to do with it. But Sonic Team made Sonic Forces.
Yeah, unfortunately,
fan fiction. The game, you mean?
I mean, it really is. I played through it. I really didn't like that Sonic Forces was like the way it was because
Hello,
Hello.
Kibble.
I didn't mean to.
Welcome to
I
the
didn't.
chat.
I didn't
Welcome
mean to
to the
pop out
Baron
like
Bird
that.
podcast.
oh my god, Nathaniel, why do you keep those shadows?
Did you just notice that?
Yeah. Anyways, Sonic Forces.
Sonic Riders.
I mean, other than being fan fiction, the game, the story wasn't all that good.
Infinite was
because
a shitty villain.
he was, but here's the only thing I like about Infinite is his abilities because that's what's cool. His abilities are tight.
You mean his bullshit?
Is
The world.
Yeah, man. I think it's cool.
Dio did it better.
Did you know that they were gonna put Mephiles in the game?
What?
Mephiles is in the files.
They should have, because if Mephiles did that, then it'd be like, whoa, what a cool villain that made a comeback. But no, they had Insecure be whatever animal he is. Shadow's like, you're pathetic, and then he walked away. It's just like, I'm not pathetic.
What's up with Shadow beating the shit out of everyone and then they go bad?
Because you got people who think they're bad, and then Shadow kicks them in the dick, and then they're
Shadow
like,
was a
"Fuck."
bad guy.
Shadow's like, you don't know how to be a villain.
Like,
And he just like
the only
beats their
person
shit.
he didn't do that to was Silver.
Well, he just kicked Silver and was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
He literally stopped time, kicked Silver, and left.
He didn't have to style on him like that. he didn't have to Zowarudo and then kick. He didn't really have to.
He could have walked up, kicked him, and left anyways, but he stopped time, walked up to him, kicked him in the back of the head, and walked away.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do him like that. And you know what? I think Silver is a really cool character,
Yeah.
but they just
people-
treat him like shit.
Because of his first appearance being in 06. Nathaniel was shook the first time I told him. I'm like, oh yeah, Blaze has been around longer than Silver. by a whole year.
And you know what sucks is I had Sonic Rush. I had Sonic Rush, and I didn't know that was her first game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me check if I have Sonic Rush Adventure.
Is that the game we were playing the
Yeah.
other day, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Press left to dash. Don't
I
forget
don't
you
like
can
that.
jump with A.
Sonic, what's it called? OGs, my cartridges. Sonic Rush? Yeah, I didn't like Sonic Rush. Wasn't my style of game. I can appreciate it, but I just don't like it.
I don't remember how Rush played. I think there were segments where it would go 2D to like a back version, or like
Yeah.
you'd have to tap the screen to make them go faster. I liked the game. I had a good time. I think every mission you just raced Sonic or Blaze depending on who you picked.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I was like, female Sonic, but it's a cat.
A female Sonic,
No,
but it's
no.
a cat.
See, that then it's not Sonic anymore.
Female
I was a
Sonic.
kid, dude. What do you expect from me?
Anyway, straying from the topic of Sonic, but yeah, you've been awfully quiet. What do you think?
I was just listening to everything that you guys are saying.
Yo, Patia, I feel that.
You're a part
Yeah.
of this too. Don't worry.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say that I gotta go, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys because you guys are having fun.
You got stuff coming up?
Yeah, I actually gotta go in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah.
We'll start wrapping up the podcast
Okay.
then.
Oh, you guys could stay. I just gotta go. That's it.
No, we'll wrap it up.
All right.
So we got one last topic suggested on the Discord, and it's the saddest video game that you've played that's made, or a game that's just made you cry. Pachia, you want to start us off with that one?
Saddest video game. I don't know.
Can we extend that to movies?
Yeah, we can.
Can we can extend that to movies?
Like, what's a sad game or movie that you played or watched that's made you cry?
You guys wanna go first? Cause I can't think right now.
Nathaniel, you want to go first?
I have no. Okay, look, I'm void of all feelings.
Except
What-
for when you watch.
What's a game
Animal
that you
Video
played and you're like,
Podcast.
wow, that was sad?
A game that I played. Wait, what were you saying, Afro?
Except for when you cry about abused animals, you're like, man, that shit hurted.
When I cry, what?
About animal videos.
Oh man, that's how much you know what? No.
Cause you just said you had no feelings. And then
I know.
Instead of crying over video game deaths or movie deaths, can we just oh, I guess that would be what game you are sad about. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, what game that you played was sad?
Okay, I have something.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so I have just a little bit of pre whatever. I have a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Yellow.
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, go ahead.
No. What were you saying?
You
had a Game Boy?
Game Boy Color, original Game Boy Color that I got from my cousin with Pokemon Yellow. And I remember playing a lot, and I had to make sure the batteries I had to make sure the batteries had enough juice in them so I could keep playing. And I remember, because whenever you have anything with batteries, you're like, let me switch the batteries around so that, get all the juice out.
Everything.
And I had a level 49 Haunter. And that's the only Pokemon that I can remember, but I had a lot of high level Pokemon, quote unquote high level.
What about all the trash?
She killed off the trash.
we don't talk about all the Rattatas and
Survival of the fittest.
I named them all useless and then put them away.
Oh, it was useless. I thought it was trash. I thought it was
I
trash.
literally named my Pikachu useless because after I got my level 49 Haunter, I didn't need it. I didn't need my Pikachu anymore. And it's the Pikachu version of the game.
Fuck the
anyways,
mascot.
Exactly. My boy is Haunter. That's why he's my favorite. Because I had level 49 Haunter. Anyways, I was in the power plant. And I had like 23 Pokeballs, right? And I think I had like maybe 1 or 2 specialty Pokeballs. But I went to the power plant, and you can't really beat a ghost type Pokemon unless it's another ghost type Pokemon or a psychic Pokemon. So my Haunter was unstoppable. And I saw a level 50 Zapdos, and I was prepared to catch it. And I was like, oh no, the light is getting dim.
Oh,
So I
no.
saved it. And I'm like, alright, switch the batteries around. And I switched the batteries around. And I turned it on. And when I got to the screen where you could choose like new game, continue, and settings, all I saw was new game and settings.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, you gotta be kidding me. No! I lost all my progress. And from that point on, I didn't pick up I've never picked up Pokemon Yellow ever again. I was so devastated. I was about to catch a level 50 Zapdos.
Oh man.
Just erased everything, and I'm so upset. And I've tried playing the game like maybe 3 or 4 times other than that, and nothing at all.
Pedro's game that made him sad was Modern Warfare 2. Shepard betrayed him.
Dang.
Death Stranding made Menji cry, and also Yakuza 0 in Part 1. The Yakuza series is really sad.
Yeah.
Kiryu just needs a fucking break.
Yeah.
His only break was while he was in prison.
Yeah. Even then, it was tough.
Even then, yeah. My favorite line is like, you sure you're not rusty, Kiryu? And he's like, oh no, I've never missed a morning's workout though. I'm like, damn, dude, you're like 50. And then Pedro's also said Gears, along with Mortal Kombat, fucking Metal Gear, Peace Walker.
Mortal Kombat Peace Walker.
Also, the Walking Dead Telltale series. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was definitely the saddest game I've ever played, and I'm gonna make Afro play with me.
We have to make all of our friends play the Walking Dead games.
Yeah.
I feel like those games are intended to get like reactions out of people.
Oh, definitely. Cause like, even if you haven't played it, you probably know the character you play as dies. And like even like you're like, oh, I'll be prepared for it. You were not prepared for it.
Yeah, it's really fucking sad.
Because I remember I played it. Oh my god.
What? I didn't
We're
hear you
making
guys.
we're gonna make you play a game.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, not right now, but you know you'll be playing a game. So, there's a part in the Walking Dead game at the very end, where your character Lee Everett, he gets bit, and he has to make a choice where you either cut off your arm or you keep it. Either way, it's he was out too long and he got infected. And at the final scene, he saves the little girl he's been protecting this whole time, and he has her handcuff him to a radiator, and he's giving her a bunch of survival tips because he knows he doesn't have much longer left. And right at the end, you make a call. You either ask her to leave you as you are, or to shoot you so you don't turn. And it's the most heart-wrenching like thing to go through. Yeah, Pedro just said it. That it's just so like fucked up because like in video games you're used to the main character pulling through a bunch of shit, like especially in The Walking Dead, because Lee goes through so much.
Yeah.
He gets away with so much, and at the very end, like, damn, it's
wow,
just
he got he got got.
Yeah, and it's like it's the hardest thing to watch. So hard it made PewDiePie cry. Um, um, but yeah, that's definitely one of the saddest games I've played. It's also one of my favorite games I've ever played. Um, I remember Moses also beat it after I did. I didn't spoil it for him. I think he already knew. But as soon as Lee Everett died, Moses had like a week long depression.
He sat there. And I think he said he sat there after the credits. Sat there.
Yeah, he called me right after. He's like, dude, what the fuck? And it was my favorite thing because I'd already been through that and I knew what he was going through. And I'm like, it's okay. But yeah,
I have a okay. So Afro,
Hi.
when you play a game as like a male main character, does it kind of like take you out of it?
No.
No,
Um,
it doesn't.
What's it called? I sometimes I play as both male and female video game characters. Like in Fire Emblem, because that's the only thing I can think of right now.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Awakening. I had a male main character, with light purple hair. And I'm like, yeah.
Who was it, Pedro?
And then in GTA, I have a female character that I play as, and I'm like, yeah, I'm this character. And so I kind of just go back and forth. I really don't care.
No, but like if it were like a story-driven game where your character
Does it take you out of the immersion?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
No. Because
Okay,
I feel like for me is if I'm playing like walking, I feel for the guy because I'm the dude, right?
Yeah, and you understand those like
And,
feelings.
like, he thinks how I think, so it's like I'm in there, and but I feel like if I were playing like if I play like Tomb Raider, it kind of takes me out of it because I'm not. It's not like I'm playing as Lara Croft. I'm not nigga Nathaniel. You know,
Oh my god.
I'm Lara Croft, not nigga Nathaniel. So it sort of takes me out of it, but I think that's just me.
Okay.
I definitely try to empathize with all the characters. I try to put myself in their position, which is one of the reasons I really liked GTA as a whole series, really. But GTA 5 had my favorite in terms of like character dynamics and the way all the characters thought. Because like you could see all the characters' perspectives, and it was really cool. So I really like that about GTA 5. And it made it one of the more sadder things because there's parts that were genuinely like, whoa, what the fuck?
Someone said you're not a generic black man, Nathaniel.
I'm not, dude. I'm white. I'm white and I'm Spanish. So
Red Dead 2 was. I didn't play Red Dead 2.
I feel John Marston's death in Red Dead 1.
Does that show up in 2?
Well, 2 is a prequel.
Oh no, John Marston's the character you play as. I was thinking, whatever it is the main character is in 2.
You don't play as John Marston.
Yeah, you play as
Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, Arthur. Morgan. You're lying, Morgan.
Let me tell you something. Get Ruben's fucking Arthur. Morgan.
Give him a hug. I can't wait to play Deltarune again.
Oh, so much.
I think that's what we should do as soon as it's all over.
Or we can just stream it.
Well, I mean, we could stream. Well, that's what I mean. We get together, we stream it, cause.
Oh yeah, you could stream it. We could just be in a Discord call and we could voice it.
But wouldn't there be a lag time for you to see the thing happening?
Yeah.
No, you can stream on Discord.
Well, but I want to
handle the logistics. Okay.
But there'd be.
I'll just give you my capture card.
Okay.
And your computer can handle it. You know that. So.
Yeah.
She
So,
sounded like she was gonna say something.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm
Pachia.
just laughing at you guys. That's it.
So is there a sad movie or game, Pachia?
Games. I've never played any sad games, but movies. Fuck yeah.
Which is
Um,
the saddest movie you've watched?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, the
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
I cried every single minute to that movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my
I have
gosh.
that movie on DVD.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
think I watched that movie with my dad, and we were on rough times ourselves, and I was like, Dad, what the fuck?
Oh no. Dude, I cried to this
Pursuit
movie
of
so
Happiness?
much.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Oof.
It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really good movie. It's a really good story.
Honestly, this one quote always like comes back to me is like when the little boy was like telling Chris, the dad was like,
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey dad, you wanna hear something funny?" And he was telling the story about how this guy in the water was drowning, and God sent help, but when he went to heaven, he was like, "Hey God, why didn't you help me?" And God was like, "I did. I sent $2, you dummy." Oh my gosh, dude, that's so
oh my
sad.
god. Oh man, that's sad movies, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it for now. Pachia's gonna have to leave in a bit.
Yep,
So-
I'm gonna leave.
It was good. It was great having you on.
It was great listening to you guys. It's
What,
fun.
Nathaniel? What is your sad thing? You said you didn't have one.
No, it's fine.
Say it.
What's your sad thing?
Say it.
Pachia wants to hear your sad thing before
Say
she
it,
has to
Daniel.
leave.
All right. I don't. It's okay. So, I'm a very detached person.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, like, sure, I say like whenever it's like a male character in a video game, it's like, oh shit, he kind of thinks like me. But that I can only go so far as to like, yo, I would probably think differently. But first, I was watching this. I don't even. Oh, I don't even know what fucking movie it was. Oh, Ricky!
Oh.
Is
I
that,
know what you're talking about.
Wait, is that the baseball movie?
Ricky! Where you get
No.
shot?
What is
Wait,
that
wait.
movie?
You're not talking about
It was the Tyler Perry movie.
Oh geez.
God, I know exactly what you're talking about because
It was Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Yeah.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood. There you go.
What was it about? It was Boys in the Hood where you get shot.
Man, wasn't it like the dude who was like trying to do good shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He was like trying to go to college and all that, and he just gets shot. Oh man.
I was watching, and for some reason, like, I don't know what happened to me. I like tears. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Oh, what? Hold up. Why am I crying?
Oh, hold up! Wait a minute. Something right.
What's that thing Kellen says? Just like I shouldn't be crying in the club right now.
For some reason, that like triggered my aqueduct.
Your aqueduct.
Aqueducts. You weren't crying. It was just water was coming out of your eyes.
Dude, like, I just need to clean my eyes. They're dirty.
Something was in your eye. Tears.
Dude, the
Yeah.
sun was in my eye in my room.
Okay, well, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much, Pachia, for coming on. It was awesome to have you on here.
Awesome to be on here also.
She is super.
She's gonna start talking to us more now.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, I had a good time. I hope you all did too. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You guys have any final words?
What's it called?
Stay safe, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Wash your hands.
Stay safe,
social
wash your hands.
distancing. make sure you're drinking water, eating food, go and poop because
Yes, poop a lot.
times are
That's
stressful.
important.
You need to poop at least 3 times a day.
Well,
I
I'm
poop
already
like
fucking up.
once a day.
At least 3 times a week. My bad.
At least 3
Oh.
times.
Three times a week. Poop, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you for host. Of course, I'll try to do it again next week. I'll see if we get a different person to get on with us. But if not, who knows? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Damn.